to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ralph, roll call, please.
Ralph, you're muted.
You're muted, Ralph.
Commissioner Firmack,
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Sacco,
Present.
Mrs. Gatto,
Here,
Mayor Chelik,
There.
Mr. Tobin,
Present.
and Mrs. Andy Oppen.
Here.
Okay. All right.
All right. Opportunity for public to address the board on agenda items. Anything?
And now the public had until 9 o'clock this morning to send anything in, and I did not receive anything.
All right. Okay. Okay. I'm sure everybody got a chance to look at all the minutes from our last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
I'll second.
Okay, Patrick, gotcha. All right. On the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Presentation of vouchers.
Okay, we had two vouchers, one for our legal services for attorney Joseph Colbasani, and the other for to record 2 repository deeds. And we had an electronic debit back in October for we needed some land bank checks, so I included that in this voucher expenditure sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that all looks good. Make a motion to approve.
I'll
make the motion.
Okay, in a second.
Second.
On the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 You? Okay, bid openings.
Yeah, we do not have any bid openings for this meeting.
Okay. Okay, you can go over some of your discussion items.
Okay, the first is the land bank property disposition update. I believe everyone has the list in front of them. To date, the land bank has conveyed 317 properties countywide. In the city of Scranton, we have conveyed 234 properties, and another property will be acted upon at this meeting. Just a breakdown of the properties in Scranton as well as the other municipalities. In West Scranton, there were 72 properties conveyed. South Scranton, 59 properties. 57 properties conveyed in North Scranton. Green Ridge, 21 properties. East Scranton, 12 properties. We have conveyed 3 properties to the city of Scranton, 3 properties to United Neighborhood Development Corporation, 5 properties to the Scranton Lackawanna Resource Development Corporation, 1 property to the Ronald McDonald House. In Covington Township, we have conveyed 50 properties with 1 property to be acted upon today. Carbondale City, 15 properties. Vandling, 1 property. Fel Township, 4 properties conveyed. Troop Borough, 1 property conveyed. Scott Township, 4 properties conveyed and 1 property pending. In Thornhurst, 4 properties conveyed with 1 property pending. Jefferson Township, 1 property conveyed. Dunmore Borough, 2 properties conveyed. Archibald Borough, 1 property conveyed. And in Blakeley Borough, there will be 1 property that will be acted upon at today's meeting. Does anybody have any questions?
That's great.
You know, so just an add-on to that, you know, since we started transferring these properties 5 years ago, some of these properties are now, after the 5 years are up, the municipalities that have joined back then are now will now start to see the full tax rate. In the past, you know, the taxes have been split between the land bank and the municipality, but now the municipality that after the 5 years will get the full amount of the taxes. So
Right.
just wanted to make a note of that everyone knows.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. The Blight Force or Blight Task Force update.
All right, I'll jump in. So thank you again for the opportunity to give a quick update from the Blight Task Force. So happy to report that there have been two properties, two land bank properties, where the structures were deemed deteriorating and not suitable for rehab, that we were able to demolish through a partnership with NeighborWorks Northeastern Pennsylvania. So NeighborWorks managed a $28,000 contract through funding that we've raised for our work here in West Scranton to take down two properties, one on 1830 Price Street, one on 610 Hampton Street. They were just completed about 2 weeks ago. And so now we're actively working with Ralph on looking at side lot opportunities for neighbors to get those properties back on the tax rolls and back into productive use. So excited to have those projects completed, but even just more grateful as a partner to the Land Bank Board for working proactively on projects like this. So we think the Land Bank is at its best when it's not just kind of reacting to inquiries or requests that come in from the neighbors themselves or people who are looking to buy properties off the repository list or properties that we already have. But when we can be very proactive with the land bank and looking at things like the judicial sales, which is where we got these two properties in partnership last spring, and identifying properties that are kind of strategic and are ones that have may be blighted or need improvements as part of a larger redevelopment or revitalization plan. And then the land bank can go and do a trump bid, get those properties out of that judicial sale, partner with an organization like ours or United Neighborhood Centers or other municipalities, frankly, to actually invest in the demo and revitalization of those properties as kind of a proactive community development tool. So we're happy to report that that's completed, and we're looking forward to doing a lot more of that work. So that was just a kind of a good kind of test and pilot of what we could be doing with the land bank as we move forward and kind of get more aggressive in identifying strategic properties, working with partners to raise the funds, work together to address those properties and kind of have it be a win-win for everybody. So again, just on behalf of NeighborWorks and the Land Bank Advisory Committee, we just really want to thank the board for working with us and being proactive in addressing some of these properties that they're out there in the community. So thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. It's great having you on board here. You do a great job, so thank you.
And just as a side note of that, the next judicial sale is coming up in March, at the end of March. So we're going to be working with NeighborWorks and some of the other nonprofits to look at some of these properties to see what we can at the land bank can take in and work with them to hopefully work on affordable housing projects.
Awesome.
I would also like to add, there was a property up in Fel Township that we acquired quite a few years ago, and it was an old schoolhouse, and we finally, working with Fel Township, it was finally demolished this week. Okay, we do have pictures up on our Facebook page, the Planning and Economic Development page, but it was a great partnership finally get this down and eliminate a blighted property and get that back on the tax rolls very soon.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Advisory Committee.
I guess we'll just go from here right into our acquisitions and dispositions at this meeting. Everyone wants to see their discussion sheet. The first property is a property up in Covington Township in Eagle Lake, Wolf Run, WL 289, Covington Township. It's we received an application from Dmitry Manovich of Brooklyn, New York. It's a tax claim property that will be taken in, and he'll use this property for recreation. There were no other additional applications for this property, and he submitted an offer of $500 for that property. Next one is a property in Blakeley, which would be our first one taken in and conveying, is at Second Street, lots 15 and 16. Really to the rear of Lilybridge Avenue. We received an application from Jill and Sean Abbott. This is also a tax claim repository. They own some of the adjacent properties around there, and they just want to plan on keeping it as green space. They were the only ones that had applications for this property, and they submitted an offer of $500. The next one is a property at 527 Hampton Street that's been on the land bank inventory, since really our beginning. A property owner next door who owns several properties in the city of Scranton wants to purchase it now, and just to make an extension of their property. It's at 627 Hampton. Like I said, it's an application from Aaron Jacobs, doing business as ARK Holdings EFG, from Cherry Street in Scranton. And they just want to maintain it as green space to extend their property, and they submitted an offer of $500 for the property.
Okay.
Any questions on those?
Not for me.
Okay, and the advisor committee, Jesse, right, has agreed with the acquisition and conveyance of these properties.
Yep, unanimously, Ralph. So thanks.
Okay. Okay, if we want to,
Yeah, we can go down to
the resolutions.
number 24001.
Do you want to read those, Commissioner? Or do you want me to? Or,
Go ahead, you can do it.
Okay. This is resolutions 24, the first one of 2024. Number 1, resolution approving the acquisition of property from Lackawanna County Tax Claim Bureau of a repository of unsold property. And these two properties that I have just named, Wolf Run, WL 389 in Covington Township, and the other one at 2nd Street in Blakeley. Those are the two properties that we will be taking in.
Okay. Do I have a motion on that?
Motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. On the question, anybody? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have it. Thank you. Resolution number 24002.
Okay, this is a resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain land bank property under the property purchase program. Again, these are the three properties that I talked about a couple minutes earlier. The property at Wolf Run, WL5 389 in Covington. The purchaser is Dmitry Manovich of 2939 West 5th Street in Brooklyn, and the purchase price of $500. The next one is parcel address 2nd Street, L15 and 16 in Blakeley. And the purchasers are Jill and Sean Abbott of 208 Lilybridge Street in Blakeley, for the purchase price of $500. And the last one is at 527 Hampton Street in Scranton, and the purchaser is ARK Holdings EFH from Scranton, and the purchase price of that property is also $500.
Okay, hearing that, would I have someone who would like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. On the question? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Anything from the public?
Again, the public had until 9 o'clock this morning to send anything in, and I have not received anything.
Well, again, Ralph, thank you for all that you do. Great job hitting our 300 mark. That's awesome. And we're going to keep on going. So appreciate everybody. Does anybody have any other comments or concerns before we close out? All right. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.